Pat, anybody on for microwave, WB6CWN, N6RMJ? How about W6DL?
M6RXN, running a little late.
You, and I heard Dave, and I think maybe Pat in there too. Sounds good. Well, I'm just setting up. I probably need about 10, 15 minutes, and I will be ready to go. I just wanted to check in, see who was out there. Very good. WB6CWN. Zulu, visit.
M6RXN, running late, but going to set up.
W6DL is set up, pointed at Phoenix. That's a good incentive. And good evening to everybody else. I was eating.
How you doing out there tonight, Dave?
I'm doing excellent, but it's a cold wind blowing here.
Thanks for reminding me. I got to load my jacket in. I'm running a little bit behind schedule myself, but I'm going to go to DM13GU and set up.
Where is that location?
Right below Santiago.
In Phoenix, and after the sun goes down, it's going to cool down to 97, so I brought my jacket. Are you going to actually start up the road to Santiago Peak?
Repeat that again?
Are you actually going to start up the road to Santiago Peak?
No, it's actually a ridge that's close by it, and it's about the same height. Can't get up the road to Santiago because the gate's locked.
70UU, Yuma, 96 degrees. Do you know the gate is locked for certain? I was up there 2 weeks ago and it was open.
Last I checked, my buddy was up there and he told me it was locked.
All right, because there's a real nice spot less than a mile in, but there was a huge hole in the road that I can't figure out how it got there, whether somebody dug it on purpose to trap somebody or what the deal was. So you absolutely have to have four-wheel drive to get past the first 500 feet of road. KB6BOB controlling.
Good evening, everybody. This is Blackstone. I'm going to try and record your SBMS events tonight.
Oh, great. Now I can't make all those wisecracks about chip. And it's legal in Arizona.
I'll just make them good, because, 100 years from now, somebody might be listening to these.
All right. Everybody speak clearly tonight. No more slurred speech. No, make sure it's 100% clear speech so that we don't have to do any repeats.
Exactly. And key the microphone, count 1, 2, and then...
Thank you, Pat. That was very helpful.
What's on the agenda for tonight?
Talk as far as you can without breaking your radio.
I understand. I'll try. This is KC7, Yuma, Mobile.
Yeah, we weren't ignoring you. I was still eating, but I appreciated the temperature.
And 6RMJ testing.
Hello, test 1, 2, 3. 6CWN test through towers. Is this thing working? Q4.9 from towers. Dave, I think I am ready for a carrier on 100. All right, I'll let you know when it's up. Oh, wait a minute here. So if it's just a carrier, I'm going to put the radio in the test mode, I guess, because it's set up digital at the moment. Okay, I can set up digital. That's about 2 more minutes to go. I'm not there yet. Let me see if I can just get a carrier out of the radio here by itself. Hang on.
KC7, BUU. KCW, I guess you're coming through. That's what I need to know. K7, BUU, standing by, Mobile.
All right, I believe by making a carrier toward WB6CWN on 100.
Okay, Dave, I'm listening. Your carrier, let me see if that's you.
J, testing. Okay, there we go. Hold it like
6DL, drop your carrier.
I did. That's a bad sign.
Seeing something on 100, I don't know what that is. Let's go up to 110.
Carrier is back up, plus 39 dBm.
And I got an anomaly here in the receiver drop carrier.
I found RAID works really good on killing anomalies.
WB6CWN, nothing heard. Why don't we reverse and I'll send to you.
All right, very good. Listening, W6DL. And staying on 110 or go back to 100?
Let's stay on 110. Actually, I fixed it. Let's go back to 100 because it's in my mind. I'm going to transmit on 100, Dave.
Listening on 100, W6DL.
Yeah, I had a loose connector. All right, hang on. WB6CWN has a plus 49.5 dBm carrier your way.
All right, I'm lined up on you. Listen for me.
Now, I refined it a little bit, Dave. Let's reverse again. I'll send to you. Transmitting.
Roger, going to the listen mode, W6DL.
In bits and pieces, I don't hear you, but I see bits and pieces of you in there.
Yeah, you're there consistently. There's all kinds of things with you. There's like 2 or 3 returns. Let me refine it a little bit.
And I'm running more power this time. I got the TWT going, and I've got almost 100 watts at the feed now.
WC?
Nice big peak. You can probably hear it in the background.
Reverse so I can find you. Sideband, Dave.
All right, I'm in the no transmit audio mode because the radio's in the digital mode. Got to figure out how to fix that.
Once you put your carrier back up again, or we can just go digital if you want, Dave. I was going to try to capture that peak once you put your carrier back up. I have the same receiver as before, same antenna, and I'm receiving you about the same as I was before. I've just been able to get a few more dB on the transmit side.
It's working, let me tell you. I can see it's working. You'll have to tell me where you want me on digital, all the parameters.
Okay, well then let me get the computer out and I'll set that up. Stand by 1, WB6CWN.
Did get it working in sideband here. It's making power now.
Very good, I'm still booting up.
I'm going to put my carrier back up, and if you hear a good peak, I'll call you on sideband while you're setting up.
So you're going to put a carrier up, you say?
And if you hear a nice peak, just holler and I'll call you on sideband.
Roger.
You got clobbered by noise.
Okay, let's try it again. WB6CWN. David, I did one mistake. I did not upload the latest WSJTX in this computer, and it's expired. So I've got to hook it up and download it. Take me a few minutes to do that. Play it out, or we can just try conventional.
Okay, do you have the previous revision on your computer? Because that's what I'm running. I ran into the exact same problem.
Okay, I should. I don't know if I erased it or not. Let me look and see.
And 6RJ, I installed 2.4. I forgot to
going in and out of the noise there, Dave. It's nothing has popped up loud that I can hear, but you're down in there. I'm downloading now.
Roger. Now, when I brought up the previous version, I think it's got all the parameters that were stored in the experimental one. I think it grabbed those probably out of the same folder, because everything seems to be working.
Real good about that. I just found that I erased all the old ones when I updated the last one, so I'm downloading the new one now.
Roger. I tried to do that, and my phone told me I had to contact Verizon to set up a hotspot. When you're in the conventional mode, the radio actually warns you when it's going to time out. That's nice.
Downloading. I had a nice little burst on you, Dave, for about 2 seconds and went away, though.
A ping. I tell you what, that extra 10 dB makes a huge difference. It's like working Chuck in the old days. We'd all be running 250 milliwatts, and then WA60XV would come on with his 40 watts.
S6RMJ, ready to rock and roll.
I am now, too,
I think
Dave.
I'm hearing CGR, but you just fall out of the radio. You're there for like 2 seconds, and then you disappear.
Sorry about that. Is it any better?
Much better.
I don't have my radio up right now, but I'm listening.
Roger. SW Helling.
Well, I got it loaded. It's running, but I'm not able to hit tune here. It's in receive mode, so still troubleshooting. WB6TWN.
So rather than rush you, shall I mark my pedestal and just see if I can swap a carrier with Pat?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, W6DL is going to drop his carrier for a second and turn on Pat's heading and put it back up.
Okay. Finally cooled. And it finally cooled down to 105. What frequency, Dave?
Carrier up on 100 toward N6RMJ.
Roger, looking.
This is Kilo Mike 6 Romeo X-Ray November on 10 gigahertz. Anybody out there?
If you point your antenna toward Mount Santa Cena, you should hear me on 100.
Oh, I can hear you where I'm at, but I just got it ways and I have to pack up.
All right, I think you said you're having trouble with your pack animals? I didn't get that.
Trading, they just got the car traffic.
Yeah, you need to find a different input to talk into because you're only there about 10% of the time.
Oh, wait, my signal's getting...
Not knowing where you're at, I can't offer any suggestions.
Let me switch frequency.
Okay, Dave, I cannot hear you. I don't see you, so I am going to send you a tone.
W6DL is going into the receive mode.
That was no better, Robert. I have tone up. Tone is up on 100.
Oh, that's no better? No better?
Better right there if you don't move.
Okay, what's happening is I just got told to move by the police officers. They have just shut down the place.
Okay, go ahead and move. Go ahead and move. We understand you have to move, but you've dropped out. there. In 6RM.
Hand the microphone to the policeman. I want to talk to him. I'll set it straight.
Frank, did you get yours going?
Got internet speed problem here. I've got connected to my hotspot, but there's just no speed, and I can't download a new file, and the old one doesn't have Q65, so still trying to figure it out.
Okie dokie, okie dokie, in 6RMJ. Delta Mike 25, Bullhead City.
Kind of pathetic. Spent all the time and effort to get microwave stuff going, but the internet is holding me back.
So I just looked. I don't have Q65 because I'm on the older version.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I could run the older one. I found a copy of it. Let me see what I've got.
Well, that's what I'm running.
What digital mode?
You tell me. You're the expert.
That's K144, but hang on, let me see if I can get it up.
W6DL and 6RMJ.
I found something. Refining.
Roger, roger.
Listen for me. You're a 0 beat.
Listening. W6DL and 6RMJ, nothing at all.
Alright, why don't you return your dish to wherever it was when I was hearing you. Let's see if that's really you. I mean, there was a carrier on that heading, and it peaked.
Yeah, you go back to that heading. Let me know when you're there. I do not have a carrier up at this time. So let me know when you want me to put it up.
Hey, can you guys hear me on the radio now?
Yes, Robert, we hear you.
Okay, I moved to a little different spot from where I was. They had just put new no parking on the whole street that I was on. And so the cops came up and told me, can you read the sign?
Yeah, go ahead and put your signal up. Let me see what I see.
Okay, it'll take me a few minutes to get set up here.
Okay, carrier is up, Dave. Carrier's up.
Okay, how close do you think you are to where you were sending to me last time, pedestal-wise?
Oh, within a degree.
Okay, why don't you turn your dish 2 degrees to the left.
Okay, turn 2 degrees to the left.
Nothing there. Go back to 0 and then 2 degrees to the right.
Okay, how's that? 1, 2, 3, move the dish.
Why don't you try 2 more degrees that same way.
Okay, I moved again.
Alright, go back to 0.
Back at 0.
Robert, are you in a position where you want to try it?
It was pretty stable when I saw it. Of course, it's gone now, and I don't know if it was an airplane or what it was.
Robert, would you like to try towards Phoenix? Do you have a look in this direction?
East, I have a little bit, but I'm just getting set up again. I had to move.
Sat, there you are. Have a listen for me. It's a big peak. W6DL is transmitting.
I am digital down tonight. Things are not working here, so we'll have to do it the old school way.
And Pat, when I see you, you're 0 beat.
Okay, I'm watching an airplane. I'm watching your signal drift, but go ahead and repeat up on me. I'm going to send you another carrier. Carrier's up. Carrier's up.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing you at all right now, so it must have gone away.
Go ahead and resend to me.
What frequency is on?
You're there in the noise right now, Pat. Don't do anything. Keep transmitting.
What frequency are you on?
We are on 100.
Listen for me. You're out of the noise. This is west of the pass, west of the main pass.
Now let's try this. Go ahead and call me on sideband. Call me on sideband. Okay, I'm not hearing anything at all. Anything at all. So you want to try digital? 6 RMJ.
Yeah, it's pushing buttons. All right, I'm back sending you a carrier, or you can send me one, whatever you prefer. And yeah, well, you can set up digital if you want.
Do digital. Go ahead and send me a carrier. Let me make sure I'm still seeing you.
Carrier is up.
I do not see you. I don't see you, Dave.
All right, I'm going to look at the pedestal and see how far. This was way to the left of the pass, so let me see if I can get back on what I think is the direct path. All right, I moved a couple of degrees back to the east, which is where I saw your carrier the longest before I found the airplane beak.
And I still do not see you.
Why don't you come up and let me see if I see you.
Clearly, you need an SBMS rock lock system, circa 1972.
Carrier is up. Carrier is up.
All right, no enhancement. Presently, I'm going to look around a little bit.
Mine down. And for you, Frank, this new head for my tripod's working out much better than the old one.
That's nothing worse than the tripod that doesn't work well. I'm real happy with mine too. I definitely improvement. I like it.
All right, I found you again weekly. Just let me watch it here for a second. I'm always seeing little bits of you, but they're clearly in the noise. I don't know what's going on out there, but it comes and it goes.
Okay. I'm going to just stay there. I'm just going to move just the slightest amount. See if that made any difference at all. I'll lock it right there.
I'll tell you one thing, this is the most signal I've seen from you this year.
Okay, well, go ahead and send back to me then.
You're not there now. I'm waiting for some enhancement to return. This waterfall display on the 705 works excellent. I start seeing it on the display, and then I can start hearing it. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Why don't you try another dish position?
That history picture you posted, sorry Dave, the guys in vans and trucks, racks full of equipment in the back of their vans.
Exactly. Isn't that cool?
The last time I saw that was Chuck, the rack of equipment in the back of his van. Yeah, that was the day. And I could just see Colby doing it. Right there, it doesn't work. Always a wait for every everything for the filaments to warm up.
Are you still seeing me, Dave?
No, I have not now in about 3 or 4 minutes. For a while there, you were right down in the noise floor again. You might want to return your dish back to the original upright position.
Hey, yeah, I moved it just a little.
Yeah, those are clearly airplanes, so it's a matter of us just seeing it and finding it and just screaming getting it done.
Well, you send me a carrier for a minute or two, and then I'll let you get back to Frank.
Roger, W6DL. Dog is coming in here right now.
Okay, Dave, there's nothing there at this time. Go ahead and go back with Frank.
Right, I got good pedestal markings, so I know I can come right back onto you. Frank, let me know when you're ready to receive. Actually, you got the higher power. Why don't you put up the carrier when you're ready?
Do that. I think Robert was in position. You might want to try him, and I could grab Pat, if that works.
It's entirely up to you. I'm going to get fog in here in the next 15 minutes. It's all around me.
Okay, well then let's do this. I'm going to put a carrier up on 100 right now. Nope, hang on. Alright, carrier's on 100. It's on you, Dave, so when you, let's reverse after you get me.
6SZ, W6SZ, you on the frequency?
And I am. Well, Robert.
You want to try an analog contact?
Try what?
Standard contact?
Where are you at the moment?
I'm at DM13GU, which is right next to Santiago.
Okay. Why don't
Frank,
you
listen for me.
at, let's say 125.
125?
Hey, Dave. There, let me play with it.
Okay, Ryan, carrier's up, carrier's up.
Okay. I don't see anything.
Don't see anything on the waterfall?
I hear you. Robert?
Yeah.
You.
Come back with that, Ryan. You broke up.
I do hear you. I wasn't on the frequency exactly.
Okay, I'm probably a little off. How good the signal?
It's hard to say because I have a waterfall and I cannot give you any number. But I think we should be able to make a contact. I hear you, as I say.
Okay, go ahead and send carrier back and I'll listen for you. Do you have a carrier up, Ryan?
I do. Robert, I will stop this. Now give me a carrier again. I wasn't on the right heading. So give me a carrier.
Okay, I'll give you a carrier.
Dave, put your carrier back up.
The carrier is up, Ryan.
Yeah, Dave, you're loud. Stop it, Robert. I will give you carrier. Okay. 6DL, WB6DWM. Cool. Robert, do you see anything? Hear anything?
I can hear you. Let me peek up on you.
Give me another carrier again. Let me look at it for a little bit. Okay, I see it.
There's some weird offset here, and I don't know where it is, but I have to tune down 600 hertz to get you tuned in on sideband, and by then, we've kind of missed each other. So when I tune you in, you are just Q5. It's incredible.
Drop carrier, Ryan. Drop carrier.
Carrier drop.
Oh, that's not you I'm hearing. It's carrier's still up.
Yeah, we're on 100.
Oh, something's interfering. Can you send me carrier again, Ryan?
Yeah, Robert, Frank and I are on 100. We've been here all evening.
On 120, 5.
Dave, you're just steady, S1, good solid CW signal there. I'm sitting on sideband 100. Why don't I call you and see if you can copy me right on frequency?
I'll have to switch to sideband, and that's where the offset comes in.
Ah, okay. Well, then go to sideband and tune it to exactly 100, and I'll call you this.
All right, I'll leave it on 100. W6DL.
You need to go into your radio and sync. There's an option to sync CW to sideband, then it doesn't change when you change modes.
The carrier is off.
I couldn't read anything. I'm getting some type of interference here, Ryan. I didn't have a chance to even try and tune up on you.
Something is going on. Something funny is going on because I had a strong carrier at one point here, and so there must be something. As I say, something must be going on.
I've got some type of interference that comes in as a full carrier here for some reason. Can you send me carrier one more time? Hey, drop your carrier, Ryan. Drop your carrier. Okay, that's you I've got this time. I'll send carrier back.
Thank you.
Carrier's up, Ryan. Carrier's up.
Nothing here, Robert. Nothing here. I need a flashlight here for a moment. So stand by for a couple of minutes, and I will be back.
No problem.
WB6CWM.
Yeah, it is amazing. You're there 100% of the time, and easy copy.
You're not as copyable. It's same as before, so that path is still the same. You're right at my threshold. There's times when you're just armchair, and there's times when I don't copy it, but it is consistent.
Yeah, this is a really cool path. Very good. Thank you for the effort.
Yeah, very good. Well, I've got, I have to think about this. It's about 5 dB more last time. I was running 30 watts, so almost 100. I've got a little bit of loss in the feed line, but more importantly, I've checked it out and it works, so we're getting closer to moon bounce. Thank you, Dave. Mission accomplished on that one. WB6CWM.
Cool. I'll let you work with that. W6DL standing by. In fact, I'm going to slide up to 025.
Robert?
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
50. 150.
150.
Give carrier.
And 6RMJ, WB6CWM.
And 6RMJ, go ahead.
I'm ready to roll with you. I'm on 100. Would you like a carrier?
Sure, send me a carrier.
Your way, 100.
You have carrier on?
Carrier
Ryan,
150,
W6DL,
right,
thank you
Ryan?
guys. I don't see any carriers on 150.
I don't see anything either. Robert, I don't see any carrier on 150. So,
Oh, I'm not sending yet. I'm not sending yet.
giving carrier, I think.
I'm not sending carrier yet. Hold on.
You were very strong here, and now I don't see you.
I am not sending carrier yet. Hold on. Okay, carrier is up now, Ryan. M6RXN now has carrier up.
W6DL confirms that.
Okay, Frank, let me peek up on you. I finally found you.
I'm not safe on you. W6 says it. I hear you, carrier. I hear you, carrier.
All right, do you need me to take carrier down or you need to tune up?
Yeah, move the antenna a little bit. See whether I get you stronger. I think this is pretty much the best position. So stop carrier and I will give you carrier.
Roger, roger. Okay, drop carrier, drop carrier. Okay, that's definitely you, that's definitely you.
Oh, is it strong enough for a sideband QSO?
I think so.
Okay. Why don't you call me?
W6DL in the clouds.
Okay, Frank, let's reverse and let me send to you and see if you see anything. Here it is up.
All right, tuning. N6RM JWB6CWN, let's reverse. Yeah, I'm looking on your heading, but you're not on my frequency. I'm on 100, and like you might be a kilohertz or too high. Check that. Right on 100, Pat?
I had tuned for you. I was about 10 down. That's the best I could do, Frank, and I saw two separate planes at the same time on that last one. You want me to send back to you?
I might have been peaked on a plane rather than direct path, so we still may not be maximum. So I see you again, Pat, but I see you at about 1 kilohertz high, 1.5. Are you transmitting in digital mode by any chance? No, now it went away. Pat, did you copy me?
Give you a CW carrier. Hold on.
Safe, I am available.
Hey, thanks for the contact, Ryan W6SE. This is Kilo Mike 6, Romeo X-Ray November.
Okay, Frank, CW carrier.
It's a 1.5 kilohertz difference. Just note that. That might have been why somebody couldn't find you.
I missed that day because of the UHF noise. So, W6DL, you're right.
Confirm you're still transmitting.
Confirm, I am still transmitting.
There was a good signal at first, but I've lost you. Still looking.
W6DL, this is Kilo Mike 6, Romeo X-Ray November. You want to make a contact? I can hear you in rhyme.
You want to peek on me? Am I loud enough? I can put up a carrier for you?
You're a little weak. Let me put a carrier up so you can line up on me.
I'm real close to lined up on you. How about I put the carrier up?
Hey, put up carrier.
Reverse.
Was your carrier up?
Look for it, 0 beat.
Oh, okay, I hear it there. Hold on.
No improvement either. This is not a good signal night. I don't know why. Maybe it's your location. I think you said you're in your low spot there. But this would be a digital contact, but we need some enhancement that we're not getting.
Okay, WDL, let me drop carrier and let me send carrier. Okay, W6DL, carrier's up, carrier's up. Carrier's up, W6DL.
Yeah, I got you, and I'm peaked on you. Go ahead and call me on sideband. You're strong.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me switch everything over.
Okay, Frank. I know you're not going to hear me because of what I'm saying. But you go ahead and call me on sideband and let me see how loud you are.
I'm in CW mode, so when I switch to sideband, it's going to shift me by 600 kilohertz, I think. So you're going to have to compensate for that, or I will.
Setting in the radio to sync CW to sideband.
So what would you like me to do, Pat?
Go ahead and send to me on sideband. I'll find you.
Okay, calling you.
KM6RXN, W6TL. Well, I'm waiting for Robert. Anybody else need to work microwave tonight?
WB6EWN and 6RMJ.
6RMJ, WB6CWN. I can see little sparklies in the waterfall, that's all, but nothing heard.
And I could just pull you out of the noise, just barely.
Yeah, probably better for a CW contact or digital.
This is one of those pals that, if we make it, it's incredible. It's just not meant to be.
Now, have we worked here before with better signals?
Not from here. I'm just up the street from my house, and we've never worked here on sideband at all. Digital, yes.
Okay, so this is par for the course, plus or minus propagation. I'd like to do a test with you and go down to the 30 watts. What I'll do is, I think I'll just put a carrier up for a minute or so, just keep note of it, sort of average, and then I'll drop and swap out the amp and do the same thing again, see if you can tell the difference in carrier.
Okay, go ahead and give me the high power. Let me note that.
Okay, carrier's up.
Hey, I got it.
Very often you can add another 4 dB on top of 30 watts. So very lucky to do this.
Okay, go ahead and swap out amps.
Thing has a high-speed 3-cycle fan to get the super speed on, and you can hear it in the background. I think that's going to be my legacy between this thing and my own fan. There's going to be a howl on these contacts, a whine.
W6DL.
Yes, go ahead. All right, Pat.
This is the second time I've been harassed by the cops tonight.
Pat, I'm going to go ahead and swap my amp out now. So make note. Here we go.
Hey,
W6DL. W6DL, this is Kilo Mike 6 Romeo X-Ray November.
Yes, I copy you.
Okay, I didn't know if you heard me or not. Yeah, we made a good contact. The signal faded out, and just as I was talking with you, I had the police officer come up to me again. I've got to move again.
All right, where are you at that you're getting all this trouble?
Well, this is not Canyon Lake. It is Lake Skyline Drive.
All right, I'd have to look that up on a map. Oh, well. All right, I would cross that off your list of future sites.
Oh, the other spot where me and AF6 and A would go all the time, they now made it so you can't park on the street. And then somebody called me in as a terrorist at the new location that I'm at. They said I've had some type of radar device and I was doing terrorist acts. So the police showed up.
Did they specify what the terrorist acts were, or were they just guessing?
They were just guessing, because the officer came up and I was talking to you at the time, and he realized we were ham radio, and he goes, "Oh, it's no big deal to me, but, you know, I just wanted to let you know that somebody called this in and said that you were doing some terrorist things here with microwave antennas."
Oh dear. I don't know what to tell you. If it happened to me, I would have told the cop to go back and have a talk with the people who reported it for filing a false report.
Oh yeah, I explained to him all about the club and what we were doing and, you know, the whole 9 yards, and he understood. He goes, just, you know, keep the volume a little low and so the neighbors don't get too freaked out.
Roger, very good. Well, thanks for the contact, and I'm going to talk to Pat here for a second and see what his plans are, and then I'm going to head out of here. I'm sitting in the cloud. Water's dripping on me.
Yeah, me too. I've got the same issue. It's really getting foggy. So I'm going to pack up and get out of here before I have an officer come again. As people act like everything we do is wrong.
So, Dave, I'm waiting for Frank to swap out his amp so I can look at his signal without moving. But if you want to go ahead. I'd like to try you one more time, but if you got to go because it's wet, go ahead.
I'll wait for you. Did he indicate how long this takes? In other words, does it involve power tools and soldering irons?
No, it's more plug and play, quick disconnect waveguide type stuff.
Well, hang on for a few more minutes. I want to take one more shot at you, and then I'll back up.
Set up here, it's just not putting out power. I got to see what happens. Give me a minute.
There is no hurry. Please feel no pressure.
N6RMJ, carrier coming your way on 100, now 30 watts.
Okay, Frank, I did not move anything, and I do not see you.
I'm here for a minute. If nothing heard, I think we'll call that a successful test.
Yeah, nothing seen on the spectrum at all, just zilch.
All right, it's still transmitting. I'll drop. Why don't you go ahead and finish with Dave, and I'll say thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dave, why don't you go ahead and put a carrier up, because you know where I'm at, and I will turn that way and look.
All right, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. I've torn my system down, and I'm going to call it a night since I've been harassed twice by the police tonight. TM6RXM monitoring.
You wanted it right here.
Part of that cut off. What was that?
I said good night. W6 says it.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the contact. Yeah, I've had too many cops harass me tonight, so it's time for me to go home.
That's too bad, I guess. What was it, parking?
First it was parking, and then the second time I actually had somebody in the neighborhood call and say I was creating a terrorist act with microwave antennas.
Well, anyway, you must have convinced them that you were illegal, okay?
Oh yeah, I explained everything to the officer and told him about the club and everything was fine with him. But
okay,
the people in this
reverse.
I'm in, they don't like anything out of the ordinary.
You know, what can I say? Anyway, good night.
Yeah, good night. He's just checking to see if I'm still here, so I'm going to go ahead and go since they've left me alone.
Good night. We'll try next time. And Ryan, did you want to try this direction to Phoenix, WB6CWN4? I pull the plug. WB6CWN, W6, I said. No, there's no sense trying it, Frank. For a while, I would be able to get
the antenna positioned here in front of the house and a little further in your direction. And then we might be able to play a little bit. But once I have that situation, I will let you know. WB6, WCWN, W6SS.
Something to look forward to. I have no doubt we could work from Rancho Cucamonga. You just got to get a clear view and, you know, over your trees and such, and then we'll hammer away on digital. That'll be fun. Thank you, Ryan. I think that's it.
Good night, Frank.
Yes, good night. WB6CWN, pulling the plug. Hey, Dave. Good to hear you.
All the time. If my radio's down, my antenna fell down, it's destroyed. So we have to do soon.
Yeah, Chip told me you guys were working on antennas. Pat also told me he heard you worked you on 6 meters, so that's pretty cool. I've been enjoying FT8 on 6 the last few weeks. Even with my long wire antenna, I've been able to get out and work some single and double hop.
I've worked 30 contacts on 6 meters tonight. Unbelievable.
Yeah. How was your DX tonight?
RMJ, go back and listen.
Oh, yeah,
You're there in a whole bunch of places.
All over the U.S. and Mexico. Pretty cool.
Oh, cool. I worked Costa Rica today, double hop. That's been my best so far.
I'm listening, DL.
Anyway, talk to you guys later. 86 CGR.
73 OM.
It was really weird, Pat. I could turn my dish to the left, you'd be on one frequency. I could turn it to the right, you'd be on another frequency.
Double contacts for that.
And I don't even see you now.
All right, you were there almost continuously, but just very weak. Why don't you send back to me?
Hey, sending. Are you seeing me, Dave?
Yeah, you're extremely weak, but you're there consistently.
Send back to me.
I'm still refining the heading. I will in a moment.
You're right here.
Yeah, cactus system over here. WB6CWN. When clear.
Let me keep watching you. You're the weakest you've been in a while, so let me see if it starts back up.
Okay, well, I never did find you. Let me move a degree or two, and you tell me if it comes up or not.
Excellent plan. I
Okay.
think that was worse.
Okay, worse. Okay.
Go back to the starting point and see what it's doing. I think we broke it. Go the other direction, I guess. Yeah, go back to the starting point. See if I can see you there.
Back at the starting point. But if you know where you're locked in on me, go ahead and lock in on me and send me a carrier.
This is where I've heard you the best here. You're not there right at the moment.
Well, this will do no good, but I'm seeing you with an aircraft. It's Doppler, the frequency shifting across the screen.
Just send back to me and let me see if I can find it.
Okay, it's going away, but here you go. Carrier up.
Right. It was going away. Take your dish and put it about 3 or 4 degrees to the west of the pass.
West, okay. I'm trying to think which way would be west since I'm at 240 degrees.
To your right.
Okay, I moved it.
One more little piece, same amount.
Okay.
Now go back to 0.
Okay, back to 0.
Now go 2 degrees to your left.
Okay.
Now go 2 more degrees to your left.
Okay.
All right, last thing. Go 10 degrees, go back to the starting point and go 10 degrees to the right.
Okay, 10 degrees to the right. A good test for the hot weather, and it's getting warm. It's still well over 100 degrees here.
It's 58 here, in the fog, dripping wet. Okay, go back to 0 and let me just see if anything's going on there.
Okay, back to 0. Anything at all, Dave?
No, just a tiny little piece of Doppler in there, but no, nothing.
To me one last time, let me see.
Is up.
Okay, I just went into TX and can't shut it off, so I had to shut the radio off. Don't know what happened, so I think we'll just call it a night.
All right. As always, thank you for your effort. 6DO is going to pack up unless there's anybody else.